Catherine, lovely to see you yet again.
Hello, Tim.
And we're talking about high-quality digital output for your pictures, for your documents, and of course for anything else that you can print. T-shirt media, transparencies, envelopes, and we're talking about a fantastic name as well.
You are. This is Canon, and Canon is so well respected in the photographic area. And here they are doing a printer. This printer is quite lovely. It is very much aimed at professional people, people perhaps that have businesses, small businesses. The quality will quite blow you away. We'll have a look at some of the actual output from this, but the resolution is very high, 2,400 by 1,200 dpi. That's dots per inch.
So that's giving you photorealistic output, if that's what you want. But it's also no slouch, isn't it? It'll pump out the paper at a surprisingly fast rate.
It will. If you're looking at one colour, so say just go for the normal black text, then 15 pages per minute. If you're looking at colour, then you're looking around 10 pages per minute. That is a really, really fast pace.
Well, what are the details I hear you call in a frenzy of anticipation? Well, here they are, 48257, the item number for the Canon 2400 by 1200 dpi bubble jet colour printer. £169.87 is all you pay for it. Now, we're talking about being able to attach this printer to your computer in a variety of different ways. You can connect it via USB if you've got a USB port. So we're talking presumably about Windows 98 and above if you want to use the USB connection.
Yes, this will work on Windows operating systems and obviously on Mac as well.
So if you've got a Mac with USB, you can connect it via the USB cable as well.
That's right, yes. But obviously if you haven't, then you have got the parallel connection, so you can use that.
I was just about to say that comes with a parallel connector there as well. Yeah. So if you haven't got USB, you can connect it with Windows 95 and above using the parallel printer connection.
Great flexibility.
A nice, stylish little printer, I have to say. I love the look of it. Very small footprint, very kind of compact, and very quiet.
It is. It's actually, for its range, these printers often get compared against other ones, obviously. Now, for its range, it's the quietest in the range, which is nice to know. And also, when we were talking about resolution earlier, this has the highest resolution in draft mode as well. So it has 1200 by 1200 in draft mode, which is way, way higher in resolution compared to its competitors.
So many will be knocking them out at 300 dpi or 600 dpi.
Yeah,
this is knocking
maybe
out
even
in draft mode at 1200 dpi,
and
in extra fine mode, in highest quality mode, at 2400 by 1200 dpi.
And it's worth actually saying, DPI, that is your resolution. That is the kind, gives you an indication of the quality of image you're going to get out. Now, if you think the dots per inch is basically at 1200 by, 2400 by 1200, you're looking at 2.88 million dots of ink being fired consistently into a 1-inch square. And if you're using a digital camera, and you may want to print out things from a digital camera, really does not get that grainy picture. You need to be looking at over 2 million dots per inch.
Just to give you some idea of what that means, if you've got a magazine at home, if it's an art magazine printed on quality paper, the output of the pictures on that paper are around about 300 dots per inch. That's what you're seeing. 300 dpi on art paper on quality colour magazines. That is what you're seeing. What you're seeing now is our 2400 by 1200 dpi output on photo paper. And this is providing us with prints which are indistinguishable from the kind of quality you'd expect to get from a colour photographic workshop.
Yes, and this is actually, I've enlarged this picture. This was taken from a normal 6x4 photo that I've taken. So this isn't a professional photo, this is one of mine, and enlarged it up. It is quite stunning, the colours and the contrast. You like it, don't you, too? You like that one.
Jim lad.
To show you sepia, this is a picture in sepia output.
Now that is incredible. Those are your parents, and I have to say that your dad reminds me of a very well-known 50s romantic Hollywood film star. He has that kind of like Hollywood film star look about him. And when we got the later picture of him, in fact, very kind of like George Clooney almost,
in time,
isn't it?
In
Look
time.
at that. It's matured into a very, very dashing-looking young man.
But you can see here that look at the skin colour. Now the tone that you get here is quite lovely, and obviously, you know, this shows you the high quality of the photos. But, you know, let's go and have a look at some text as well, because
absolutely, yeah,
that is
I mean, talk is cheap, Catherine.
incredibly high
Print something
quality.
out for us, because we want to hear how loud this is, and we also want to see how fast it is as well. So
Now what I'm doing here, I'm just pulling up the normal print menu. It's very straightforward in terms of when you are doing a standard print. I'm using plain paper. I've got a standard mode there. I'm happy with that. Let's just make sure we've got A4.
Just do a couple. I was going to say just.
Yeah, let's do a few of these. So let's do 3, hey?
Okay, we'll see.
And we'll set that off. Now this actually shows you what's in the box, so we can see what you get with this. And something that's worth pointing out, Canon is actually using single ink technology. So what it's doing, instead of having, say, a colour cartridge and a black cartridge, it's actually using 4 individual cartridges. And each of these contain ink, and they don't contain an individual print head. That actually comes, there's a permanent print head that comes with this. The basic thing about that means it's going to cost you £8.99 to replace a cartridge versus what at the moment, if you went to buy one with a print head on, it would cost you about £30 for a colour, maybe £27 for a black.
Indeed, and that really saves you an awful lot of money because you just need to replace the colour that runs out rather than the whole cartridge. Great thing there. You can also, of course, you don't need to replace the print head. The print head is separate from the
cartridge.
I
mean, maybe you can lift up the front cover there.
I can. Would you like me to lift up the...
please do.
Okay, I'll do that over there.
That'd be great.
I'll lift it up for you. What you'll see is those 4 cartridges are all there. They all clip out individually. If you just tilt this forward, what you'll be able to see is if I can... so smooth at the back here, I can't actually get a purchase on it, but try like that, yeah. Tilt that forward, and you can see those individual colour cartridges there, which just clip out and which you can replace. Now, underneath that is your print head, which you can also purchase separately and clip out and replace. So
yes.
If your print head does need replacing, again, you can replace that independently of the cartridges, which again is a great
well, often, you know,
money-saving device.
You'll buy the printer, and the cost of the cartridges soon outstrips the cost of the printer.
Yeah.
And it turns into something that's actually very costly for you to run day to day. Now, if you are in a business environment or you're a heavy home user of printers, then and printing, you know, output to it, this is a perfect way to deal with it. You've got single ink tanks, so say £8.99 for each tank. And what it means is you've got a yellow, a magenta and a cyan for your colour. Those 3 make up your colour. So if one runs low, you don't have to replace the whole colour ink cartridge, just replace the one colour that's gone.
And of course that's better for the environment as well, isn't it? Because you're not throwing away
definitely.
loads of plastic with usable ink still in it. So, you know, it saves you cash in it.
It's such a smart idea. I think it's a brilliant idea. And I'm amazed it hasn't come out before, really. And this printer is getting some fantastic reviews.
Okay, read us a few of those reviews, Catherine.
Well, from Macworld in May 2001, they are absolutely saying, not only does it print excellent glossy pictures, it has great ink life and swift print speeds. Single ink tanks are an added bonus. For the price, it's the best printer tested. And on the PC side, PC Plus June 2001, blistering speed and terrific print quality. And another one, What PC 2001, that's in September. For all-round results, value for money and simplicity, the Canon S600 came top of the class.
There you go. Now you've got
about
a picture which you've pulled up on here.
I have, yes.
Are we going to print this out?
Yes, let's do that. Let's print it out. Now this one, could you pop in some glossy paper for me?
Some glossy paper? I certainly will.
And we'll just show you what it's like. They'll put it on high resolution. And so make sure we've got that in, I think we'll have that on landscape. So it's very straightforward to go around and move around the actual software that drives the printer for you. Now this will print off, and this is a smaller one I printed off just to show you can do postcard size as well.
So this is a standard postcard size picture. Now have a look at that, the kind of quality on that. You could not tell that that had been produced on a high quality inkjet printer as distinct from maybe your chemist's shop or maybe a photographic processor. Look at the quality of that, fantastic. Now it's from Canon. Canon have got a reputation because, I mean, they've been involved in photography for a very, very long time. They did photocopies and used to have that little slogan, didn't they, a few years ago? If anybody can, Canon can.
That's right, yeah.
I mean, they have a reputation for making optical instruments of the highest quality, and they've passed some of that skill and some of that passion for engineering into their printers as well, haven't they? Yeah,
I mean, I've got a Canon camera at home, and I absolutely love it, and the quality of it is quite stunning. As I said, they've really thought about, now, what are you going to need to be able to adequately reproduce your photos on the printer? And I have compared this with other ones, and the quality is quite excellent. The way that Canon do that is they use a very, very fine droplet of ink. And that's measured in terms of picolitre size. Now, other printers out there use a picolitre size of 7. Canon have made that even finer and brought that down to 5. So you are getting incredibly fine droplet of ink being placed on the paper. It means you can get such greater diversity of colour and depth in your picture, and that is what you do get out with this.
And have a look at how fast that is coming out for a full A4 colour, high quality, 2400 by 1200 DPI reproduction. It's a very, very fast piece of kit as well, and so quiet.
So quiet.
I mean, I've got my mic on here, I'm leaning right over the printer, and you can hardly hear it. You have very, very faint, kind of like swishing noise.
And that's really nice. When you're in your office, that's really nice, isn't it?
Yeah, absolutely.
The great thing as well, this takes up to 100 sheets of paper, and it uses a system called relay feed. So just as one sheet of paper is finishing, the next one is already being loaded. So you get that really high speed of quality, about throughput. There you go, another one. This is Kookaburra. It's lovely, isn't it?
Look, it's absolutely
you can see the blue sky there in the background.
It really is incredible. As I say, if you're looking for something which is going to give you prints of that quality, very, very fast indeed, very, very quietly indeed, then look no further than this. Remember, on every single square inch of the page, you are getting well over 1.25 million. Sorry,
it's 2.88 million.
2.88 million dots per inch in every square inch of that paper, and that's what is giving you that fantastically high quality.
Yes.
Remember, I gave you the thing at the beginning of the hour. I said if you're looking at a standard art magazine, a really high quality art magazine, printed out on arty paper, arty glossy paper, you will find the pictures in there printed out at a resolution of about 300 dots per inch. What you're looking at now is 2400 by 1200 dots per inch. Absolutely incredible in terms of that resolution.
But if you did at all have any problems, this printer also comes with a 1-year on-site warranty. So Canon will come out to your office or your home and resolve the problem for you. I mean, that is so unusual to have an on-site warranty included in a printer of this price.
What you get in the box, of course, is also the software that drives it, so you're getting, of course, all the drivers that you need for it. Remember, if you are attaching this via USB, you'll need to be running Windows 98 and above on the Windows platform with USB, and it will work on Windows 98, Windows 2000, and Windows XP as well, Windows ME, of course, as well, under USB. If you've got a Macintosh computer with USB ports, again, you can use it on a Mac. If you haven't got USB, don't worry, because it also comes with a parallel port connection, so you can connect that using, of course, a parallel port cable, and you can connect that on Windows 95 and above using that. 418257 is the Canon 2400 by 1200 DPI bubble jet colour printer. The next 40 people on the phones will get it at that price of £169.87. My thanks to Catherine, and we'll be seeing you again pretty soon. Are you back again later on today, Catherine?
No, I'm not. That's it for today.
That's it for today. See you later.
See you.
Now, competition time. Because we have got the results of the RICO photography competition here for you. Now, you may remember that this has been advertised on the web as well. We're going to see them in reverse order. So the third place position, Dan Britton won this. Look at that, a black and white, very atmospheric. It could be the 40s, could be the 50s, but in fact that was taken in a street using, of course, the black and white option on the camera. Very arty, very atmospheric. In second place, Anne Hanny. Look at that, fantastic birthday party, taken almost purely in candlelight, and giving you some idea of the power these days that digital cameras have got in order to take that. And pride of place, in first place, Peter Jenkins. Look at this, absolutely wonderful character in this. Obviously a wonderful celebration there. There's two old ladies having a fantastic time, and you can just see the look of joy and excitement on their faces. That captured exceptionally well, and that is the winner, of course, of our RICO camera competition. And if you want to have a look at those pictures in closer detail, and of course the names of the winners, they're available on our website on www.qvcuk.com. And there it is, the Ricoh Picture Perfect competition winners, and you can see them there. Fantastic. But now, if you're going to be printing out, of course, your pictures in very high quality, you're going to be using up a lot of that expensive inkjet ink. And when it comes time for you to make that journey down to your local computer shop and replace your cartridge, you could be in for quite a nasty shock, because you'll find those cartridges costing, as our last guest was saying, anything up to £35 for a colour one, and anything up to £27 for a black one. This is why 418086, the JR Inkjet Black and Colour Inkjet Cartridge Refill Kit for £36.26, normally seizes QVC viewers' imaginations. And Angelisa Pace is here with us, because Angelisa, we're talking about repairing that deteriorating relationship that you might be having with your inkjet printer when you discover how much those cartridges cost.
That's right, because actually a friend of mine was saying this the other day. She was desperate on the phone. She said, "Oh, I love my printer, I really love my printer." She said, "But over December when I was printing out invitations and things," she said, "I got through 2 cartridges, 2 black cartridges, and they were £27 each." And she was horrified, absolutely horrified. And she said all the money that she'd saved on sort of printing out the invitations herself, she'd spent back on
ink.
On ink. So she had to buy new cartridges. So unfortunately, you know, this is the thing. It is expensive if you want to print photographs, if you want to print out anything you've scanned, you know, anything you want the children playing with the computer. They all want to print out. They've all got packages for Christmas, graphics. They want to play with it. And quite rightly, that's what it's for. But it's expensive. This way we save money, because we keep the cartridge, the existing cartridge, from the machine. When you open your printer, you take out that cartridge and you fill the cartridge. So you're not putting anything foreign in the machine. All you're doing is replacing the ink.
Are we talking about having to have a degree in advanced astrophysics in order to understand how to use the system?
No.
Okay, show us how it works.
Should we have a look at what's in the kit first?
Yeah, okay.
This is a very large kit.
Always a good start, isn't it?
Yeah, it's very large. I don't want anyone to sort of think they're not getting a lot for this, but if you look at it, you've got the equivalent of 2 whole colour kits. Now,
that's going to give you on average how many refills of an average colour cartridge?
About 6. So you've got 2 bottles of cyan, magenta and yellow each.
6 refills. So if we're talking about, say, an average of £30 per colour cartridge, mine's going to be more than that, but let's say £30 per colour cartridge. That's £180 that you would spend on cartridges
just on the colour
to get what you're getting here in this kit in terms of refills.
Now, on top of that, we've given you 100ml of the black ink. Now, even, you know, being very conservative, they're still going to cost you a lot. And this one, you'll get around, let's say, about 7 refills out of that. 7,
okay, let's say £20 per cartridge on average, and mine's more than that, mine's about 25. Yeah, 25, 27 I think mine is. But let's say £20, so that's £140.
Right.
Plus £180 is £320, and we haven't even started to talk about the photo colours.
If you do happen to have a photo cartridge in the house and you are avoiding using that photo cartridge, because most people keep it on colour all the time because the photo is very expensive to buy the extra, and of course you don't want to keep switching them around, this one will keep your photo cartridge filled up and topped up, and you've got 20ml each of the photo, and you don't even have to think about that.
Unlike most colour cartridges which have 3 colours, a photo cartridge has got 5 colours.
Yes.
It has the standard cyan, magenta and yellow, but then it also has these 2 additional colours, which are the light cyan and the light magenta.
That's right, you've got the light cyan in there and you've got the light magenta, so you've got 5 silos instead of the 3.
So
some of them actually have an extra piece to put in, but usually it's just...
So you're talking about, on average, about 1/10 of the price that you would pay in cartridges. You can get the same effect by using the inkjet refills. About 1/10 of the price.
And it's a very simple system. We'll show you how to do it.
So you get these 2 syringes and filling tubes, plus you get drills, and you also get these little bungs here for bunging up any holes that you might make as well, and screws to make holes bigger if you need to.
That's right. Can I move your lovely photograph?
You certainly can. Move those away for you.
Now, if I get a cartridge out, we've got one here, and we'll make the hole a little bit bigger. There was a hole in this already. Now, very nicely it was supplied to us, so we've already got a hole there, we're just going to make it a little bit bigger. Okay, so you're using that screw there to screw it in there, and it just makes the hole a little bit bigger. So if you had to make a new hole, we do also have a little drill bit, which you could make a new hole with. Assemble your syringe and put them together, very simple. It's a blunt syringe.
So it's not
a
a
filling
hypodermic
tube.
Myrtle.
No, definitely not sharp. You're not going to hurt yourself. Don't recommend it for children, obviously. Don't recommend it for children either. It's going to loosen that a bit. You don't want any jerky movements.
Right.
Take
And how
that
much
out
ink would
there.
you suck up in it? Does that vary from cartridge
This one
to
actually
cartridge?
takes 15 mil, so you
Right.
get you'd get your 7 refills out of this kit for this one.
Right.
Now, I would normally do it a little bit by bit, to be honest, because you don't know how much has actually gone out of the cartridge, and you might as well fill it up slowly. There's a sponge in there, and you can feel it as you go in.
Okay.
Press it
So
in
you
nice
push it
and
into the
slowly.
sponge, and then you just insert that ink, squeeze it in slowly, and
If you find it starts coming to the top of the hole, either you're putting in too fast, or it's become full, and you can pull back on the syringe and take it out again. No
Okay.
problem at all. Do it on a covered surface. Make sure you've got something to blot it on.
so
Blot
some
the
kitchen
head.
roll or toilet tissue or
Yep.
something like that underneath it to soak up any ink that might come out of the bottom over there.
Blot the head, and that's it.
That's
Now,
it.
Pop that back in the machine, run your print cycle to prime it, and that's fine. That's done. Nice
Good
and
Lord.
easy.
Well, that's nice and easy for that. Is it incredibly more difficult for colour then?
No, we can try a colour one. Now, as we were showing that some of them have individual silos, would you like to see one that's individual, or
Yes, let's have an individual
have a quick
one.
look
because
at one of those?
Okay, so if you've got a printer which does have the opportunity of replacing individual colours, you can see exactly how
When-
easy it is to do that here.
When you take this one out, you see that little ball in there. There's
It's got a ball bearing in there,
little
yeah?
ball bearing in there, and that was in the top there. Now you just push that through,
Right.
literally put it through, and you take your ink, in this case it's the yellow, and your syringe, fill it up, and this one takes a very small amount, so, you know,
Okay.
it's quite a regular thing to buy ink for these.
Yeah. Because these are like individual
They're individual
cartridges,
silos.
so yeah, you're putting in less.
And you just pop it in there, you inject the ink, and immediately you've done that, you replace that little bung that we provide again in the
Okay.
kit, so I'm putting
Yeah.
a rubber bung in there. And what I can do with that is, when that comes back like that, it
Okay,
stops
so
ink
it's
coming
taken to the
out, but it will
sponge.
sunk into that sponge, as you can see.
Okay.
And once
Gone
that's
into the
settled,
sponge there.
we just pop that back in the machine, and away we go.
Do you take the bung out before you replace it in the machine?
No, that stays in there. That's a nice permanent fixture now, because your ball bearing was there before.
The next 50
that one?
people on the telephones will be able to get the JR Inkjet refill kit at that fantastic price of £36.26. Remember, were you to purchase the cartridges that this represents in terms of filling, you would be paying around about 10 times that price, around about £360, rather than the £36.26. It also includes, for the first time, the photo quality inks as well for your photo cartridges. So you're going to get the light magenta and the light cyan as well. Now there's got to be a downside here, Angelisa. So surely the ink quality that you're going to get, or the print quality that you're going to get, is not going to be as good as it would have been from your existing inkjet printer.
Well, no, the thing is, we do guarantee that you're going to have no damage to your printer or your ink cartridge or anything. So basically, we actually have to supply the highest grade ink. And you can see by the pictures we have here, the quality you're getting. Now these
No, indeed.
this is on matte
Fantastic.
paper, because the camera doesn't respond very well to gloss. But I can show you some. Oh, there you are,
Very
if you want your
moody,
moody
lovely
black and white
I love
style.
black and white photography.
So do
It's
I think it's
so
lovely. Some text.
gorgeous, and there it
But
is,
if
lovely
you did
letter
want
there,
to see
letterhead.
colour, now, if you want to see, you can see, obviously,
There's glossy and
there
matte
is
there.
very
Okay.
different. Glossy and matte by side. That's what you would get on gloss
And
paper,
all these prints
And that is
produced
just-
using the JR Inkjet ink.
just using an ordinary basic printer with JR Inkjet ink.
It's limited stock. Less than 10% of the stock is now remaining. If you want to get on those phones straight away, always proves very, very popular indeed. My thanks to Angelisa Pace for demonstrating it so ably and so well. 418086, the item number for the JR Inkjet Black and Colour Inkjet Cartridge Refill Kit. £36.26. Limited stock. Get on the phones as quickly as you can if you want to get hold of it. Quick reminder too of our printer, our Canon 2400 by 1200 DPI bubble jet coloured printer, £169.87, proving very popular. 418257 the item number, and I think there are less than 40 of those now remaining. So if you want to get hold of one, get on the phone straight away. Coming up in a few minutes, a complete digital video editing solution from MGI It's the VideoWave 4 CD-ROM with PC Firewire card for £77.50. Watch that after you've watched some Diamonique.
Add an unusual and beautiful piece of jewellery to your collection with the Diamonique Satin Sterling Silver Full Eternity Ring, 643-200. The band of the ring is crafted from tactile satin finished sterling silver, embellished with 8 of the finest Swiss set simulated diamonds. It comes in special boxing with a romance card. Back on air at 9 p.m. on Saturday, after last September's sellout debut, it's introductory priced at £22.04.
Throughout January, QVC will be focusing on getting you over your New Year beauty blues with various specialised salon hours featuring exclusive products that will cleanse, tone, buff and smooth, giving you an all-round gorgeous winter glow. Join us at 8 p.m. every Sunday throughout January and feel like a new you this new year.
Welcome back. You're watching QVC, the shopping channel. My name is Tim Goodwin and this is Small Office Home Office. Of course now in which we bring you a whole host of fantastic hardware and software solutions for your computer. Got some sellout news for you though, I'm afraid. If you're on the lines for 418-086, the JR Inkjet refill kit, that has now gone. We'll try and get it back for you as soon as we possibly can, but no more calls please for that. But if you're looking for a completely digital video editing solution, we've got one for you, and the great thing about this is the price, because if you were to buy these items separately, we're talking around about £150 worth of value. 418056 is the item number for the MGI VideoWave 4 CD-ROM with PC Firewire card. £77.50 is what you pay for it. Now, if you don't know what Firewire is, if your computer hasn't got Firewire, Firewire is a means of transmitting information from peripheral devices, like for example digital video camcorders, to your PC very rapidly indeed. Now USB of course can move information at around about 12 megabits per second. Well, Firewire can move information at around about 400 megabits per second. So we're talking about really increased bandwidth, and it's really the only way in which you'll get DV quality or digital video quality from your digital video camcorder onto your computer's hard drive. Now once it's on your computer's hard drive, of course you can then manipulate it and edit it in a number of ways which would be very difficult to do if you had a random assembly editor or any kind of editing table at home, and of course it's a lot less expensive as well. And what you get with this is both the PCI interface card, which slots into a vacant PCI slot inside your computer. Now that has got 3 Firewire ports on the back. So you can use one, for example, to attach to your digital video camcorder and download your DV directly onto your hard drive. And that will leave you another 2 ports free. You might say, well, what's the point of having another 2 ports free? Well, there are a whole range of other Firewire-enabled peripherals which are now coming onto the market. Things like, for example, removable hard drives, removable CD rewriters that you can plug in using Firewire. And because of the increased bandwidth that's available, those are great options as well for doing digital video editing or burning CDs. Plus, of course, Firewire scanners, which can move information at an incredible rate between the scanner and the actual hard drive itself, making lightning fast scans. And we've actually seen a couple of those coming onto the market, and featured one, in fact, from UMAX on QVC not that long ago. What you get in terms of the software is MGI's state-of-the-art video editing solution. Now, it's called VideoWave 4, and it is really one of the most powerful, yet one of the most simple video editing things that I've seen. For example, over here what we have is our clips. And if I wanted to preview a clip, this is our clip library. So this could be stuff which I've downloaded from my DV cam onto my hard drive. And in fact, that looks a bit like Dale over there. Let's just drag that into the preview window. And what you can see is, in fact, that is. So here's Dale over there, and we've got that clip. That was downloaded directly from a DV camcorder, and that file now resides on our hard drive. If I wanted to do some editing, putting together that clip in a variety of different ways, it's very easy indeed, because what MGI use is kind of like a storyboard scenario. So along the top here, you have these almost like cartoon frames into which you can drag your clips. So for example, I could drag that clip of Dale and I could drop it there onto number 1. Okay, so there it is. I could then have this clip over here, which is a clip of a balloon, and I could have that as number 2. There's clip number 2. Now in between those two clips, if I was to just play that back right now, what would happen is, what you'll see is, as that moves over there, I'll put this back down over here and just start the playing from there. As it moves over from bit to bit, what you'll see is just a direct transition from one into the other. There's no magic in between there, so you'll see there's a clip of the balloon there as well. But what I've got in between here is a whole host of transitions, and if I double click on that, I launch our transition menu, and what I've got here is a whole host, as you can see, of different transitions that I can put in there. So I've got a standard jump cut, I've got a dissolve, I've got a wipe up, and as I hover my mouse over any of those things, you can see what they do. I've got a wipe down, I've got a wipe left, I've got a wipe right, etc, etc, etc. So I just choose the transition that I want. So for example, this one over here, slide down, and I drag that up and I put that into my transition menu over there, and that is now going to be our transition. So we can actually get that in there, and that in there, and the transition in between. It's as simple as that. And basically, you've got a whole host of things that you can do as well. You can also, of course, add your own commentary. So you can make like a little documentary, you can make your own film, you can add voice over to it, and a whole host, of course, of musical effects. The great thing with Video Wave 4 as well is that it will support music in a variety of different formats. So if you've got a WAV file there that you've recorded directly from maybe a CD-ROM and you want to use that music, then it will access that WAV file. But you can also, for example, compress music into MP3 format, which occupies a lot less disk space, and use the MP3 format there instead as well. Down the right-hand side, it's very easy to use. You've got this context-sensitive help over there. So as you can see, there's a new production. If you want to start a new production, you can open an existing production. And then down here, you've got things like the cutting room, for example. So once you've got your clip in there, you can actually go to the cutting room. And if we put this clip onto here, what you can see is we now have a whole range of options which are open to us. For example, special effects. And if we go into our special effects menu, what you will get again is a whole range of things that we can add onto this particular clip. So for example, if we wanted to swirl it, we could just drag the swirl, add the swirl special effect over there, and when we play that, look at that swirling away. That is how simple, quick, but yet effective that can be. So let's just do that again. Take that right the way back to the beginning. And start that swirl. Oops, let's put a ripple in there now instead. Play that instead and you'll see it. Whoops, what is it? Oh, it's paused. Stop that. And there's a ripple. Look at that. Very, very powerful indeed. You've also got a whole range of sound effects that you can use as well. So here we have some sound effects. If I just turn up our monitors, you can actually hear these as well. If we play the clip. So we've got some breaking glass. Okay, lovely. You hear that again? Let's just rewind it. Sorry. Right back to the beginning. Turn that off. And play. Whoops. Okay, let's just get out of that. Do that again. Let's play that clip. And a drum roll, which goes very well, of course, with our picture over there. 418056, the MGI Video Wave 4 CD-ROM with PC Firewire card, £77.50 for both items. Remember, if you were to purchase those individually, well, the Firewire card probably cost you around about £50. Video Wave 4 is around about £99.99 in high street stores, so we're talking about £150 worth of value. If you've got a laptop PC, but you haven't got a high quality carry case, and you haven't got any of the peripherals that you need to transform it into a truly mobile office, then keep your eyes glued to your screens, because you're going to see a fantastic kit from Belkin. It's 48230. It's the Belkin Laptop Mobile Office Kit. £69.78. It's a QVC Premier, and what you get is this wonderfully tailored, if you like, very nice bag to hold your laptop PC. And of course it's got all the options that you need to hold them. So you've got space in there for your discs, for example. You've got space in the front there for your actual PC itself. Open it up on the inside. Here you've got additional space there as well for documents. You've got like a little mobile briefcase there as well. And of course inside here, where's it gone? Where's it gone? You've got, oh, here it is. You've got your actual compartment for your laptop PC itself, including those straps, so you can actually keep it safe without moving, whether you're on a train or a plane or whatever. But what you get with it as well is a variety of different gadgets and gizmos. Now I love all this because you've got your Belkin mouse, so it's a mini mouse. It's not as big as a normal standard computer mouse. Here's a normal standard computer mouse, okay? And that is your little Belkin mini mouse. It's specially made for a laptop PC, as you can see. Has all the features of a mouse except it's a bit smaller. So you're getting your right and your left buttons there as well. You've got your little scrolling wheel in the middle. It will connect directly to your laptop PC using the USB connector. But don't panic if you haven't got a USB connector, because it also comes with a PS2 to USB adapter. So if you've got a PS2 port, simply click that on there and you can use it as a 400 by 1200 DPI bubble jet colour printer. Only 30 of these left now, £169.87 the price. If you're looking for a state-of-the-art video editing package, complete with FireWire card, the MGI Video Wave 4 CD-ROM with a PC FireWire card is £77.50, 48056. Both those items together for that groundbreaking price. 48230 is the Belkin Laptop Mobile Office Kit, £69.78. You get the laptop bag, you get a surge protector, you get a modem cable, you get adapters, you get floppy disks holders, and you also get a USB mouse as well with a PS2 adapter for that incredible price. It's QVC Premier, get it while you can. And finally, 48389, the nicest USB wireless LAN network kit, £199.88 for the 2 boxes, which will connect 2 computers together and also split the cost of owning it on 2 easy payments of £99.94. Claudia, sum it up in 15 seconds.
If you want to connect 2 computers in your home, you don't want to have the expense of it, you don't want all the cables, this is a great thing, very, very quick to do, and you'll get a lot of advantages from it.
Charlie and Rob will be back up to you next with, of course, today's special value and the QVC selection. Looking forward to seeing them work together. Thanks for watching Small Office Home Office. Have fun, that's what it's all about. Remember to stay tuned to QVC and see Claudia on Wednesday. Take care. Directly into the surge protector and go to your telephone socket, and then of course you can attach your modem directly to the other one. So you're getting not only protection from main surges and spikes, but also for things like lightning strikes on the telephone line as well. You're also, you're getting a lot of this, aren't you? You're also getting these color-coded floppy caddies. Great for keeping your floppies in. And of course, you can color code them so you can keep things like graphics in green, you can keep your programs or data, and of course your discs just fit directly into there, like so. And you can also see what they are through the actual semi-transparent effect that you're actually getting there. So you're getting all this stuff, and that really is incredible value for money. I mean, I have seen just ordinary laptop carry cases for around about 70 to 80 pounds. So what you're getting with this is not just that really high quality, and it is high quality, it's a lovely, lovely feeling to it you get over here. So it's going to look absolutely superb carrying your laptop around in this, but you're getting really a whole mobile office kit there as well. All that included for the price. So you're getting the case, you're getting your 6 floppy caddies as well, so 5 floppy caddies, sorry. You get your PS2 adapter, you get your Belkin mouse, you get your modem cable, which has got 10 meters, you get your surge protector, you get your telephone lead, and you get your US to UK adapter as well. 418230 is the item number for the Belkin Laptop Mobile Office Kit. £69.78, QVC Premier, and incredibly good value for money. Coming up in a couple of minutes, the nicest USB wireless LAN network kit. And who better to show it to you than our friend Claudia Sylvester? She'll be back after you see this glass.
QVC proudly celebrates the 7th anniversary of Fenton Art Glass. First, Fenton create beautiful glass ornaments. Then they enrich them still further with the addition of exquisite hand-painted designs. For the finest in hand-blown American glassware, don't miss the Fenton Art Glass 7th anniversary, 2 hours Monday from 9 p.m. on QVC.
Cook meals that pack a punch with the George Foreman Mini Grill with Bun Warmer 550-560. Its double grill plates allow you to cook everything from delicious juicy steaks to char-grilled vegetables in no time at all. It also has a drip tray that catches fat as it drains away from the food. Just back in stock after December's sellout, catch yours at the introductory price of £26.81 at 10 o'clock on Sunday.
Welcome back, you're watching QVC, the shopping channel. My name is Tim Goodwin. This is Claudia Sylvester. But a quick reminder before we get into Claudia's product of our today's special value, which is proving very popular indeed. 418481 is the Pentax SBO 38 to 170mm zoom ultra compact 35mm camera. Today's special value price, £206.40, available on 3 easy payments of £68.80. And Chris from Pentax will be back to tell you exactly all about that. When is he going to be back with us, the DSV? In the next hour. So if you're interested in seeing that high-quality 35mm compact camera from Pentax, stay tuned to the next hour. But if you're interested in wireless networking, stay tuned to us, because Claudia Sylvester is joining me, and we're talking about a product which I have to say the technical staff here at QVC have fallen in love with, our technicians fallen in love with.
Everyone
it's just so simple and so beautiful,
the
isn't
simplicity
it?
of it and the usefulness of it, because basically what you see here is a wireless LAN, okay, a USB local area networking kit, which means that with this and with another one I can effectively connect 2 computers in one building and let them talk to each other and nick files off each other's hard drives and share printers and share internet connection by simply plugging in the USB cable in here, plugging it into one computer, which we've got in the next set, which we'll demonstrate in a minute because I'll hop over there, and then plugging the other one into this computer. Those 2 computers are then networked, and it's that easy.
It is that easy, and of course you're getting a fantastic network connection without having to take your computer apart, without having to install network cards, and best of all, without any cables. Let me just give you the details of it. It's 418389, the nicest USB wireless LAN network kit. £199.88 will get you both of those boxes. That would enable you, of course, to network together 2 computers. They could be 2 desktop computers. It could be a laptop and a desktop. You could configure your laptop to share an internet connection from your desktop. You can play network games between 2 computers. If you've got 2 computers in the household, maybe one for the kids and one for the adults, then of course you can share files, you can share internet connections, you can play games, you can do anything that you can do with computers physically connected by a wire. But the great thing about this is there's no wire there at all. And it's available, of course, on 2 easy payments of £99.90.